Hello. Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. I know I am. So, now I've gotten a new job offers. I got one phone call today and called them back after I woke up and they didn't answer the phone. So I'm pretty kind of bummed out a little bit. Keep reviewing this whole nanotech thing, you know. Sorry, who the hell wouldn't be all about this stuff? Um, there's a couple of other things, really quick note that I want to. There's no, just in case somebody's hacking crap in order to fulfill their lifelong dreams of a planetary psychotic episode, which some of us experience on a daily basis. Um, if once you start freezing something like polar caps, please be reminded that the way that you use to freeze them might actually cause a lens. So make sure it's frozen in a way to where when the sun hits it, it won't turn into a glassy lens like the thing that sank the Titanic. Just think of that acronym, or acronym is metaphor, and you'll be fine. We're thinking to how the solar system looks like an atom, creating new elements, so to speak, and it's from its own perspective and how like a piece of microtechnology would do something like that, and it was a field that I was interested in for a while, and I didn't get too far into it. Like for example, you ask this particular single machine based on its dimensions to fulfill a task, like a big one, right? Like let's say you ask it to create a building. You say you take this micro machine here, you little micro machine, this cute little toy here, and it's not even a toy because in the end it's essentially bang. And the start is just a little toy. So you got this cute little toy, cute little guy. You say, okay, make me a building. So dimensional and perspective on how to create a building. How in the heck is it going to create a building? I mean, to actually have the materials to create a building. Is it going to sit there and change its dimensions or whatnot in order to create a building? Where is it going to get the materials from, the resources from? How is it going to do that, right? And sometimes depending on what kind of processing it's got going on, our idea of a measurement may not be the same as it is to this little guy here. They might actually, in order to be able to create this building, it'll create something 3 times its size. Right? So it'll create something 3 times its size, and it pulls the materials from it and generates a building. Something like that. Just like kind of like microtech, nanotech psychology. So calculation is like these are my annotations here. This is like I'm screwing around in the garage, trying to keep from throwing up for this stuff that you guys are pulling. Calculations directly relative to individual dimensions to achieve goals. Macro-sized and micro-sized, macro-universe and micro-universe, self-projection, goal-oriented, what if it's a continuous goal? It's like telemetry. That was the word that I was looking for when I was talking to you guys in the last video. These things have telemetry. And always seeking the means by which to acquire more information. So they're trying to, they'll figure out a way to actually acquire telemetry from outer reaches without it being, deterring or pulling for resources. That's my theory. There's a whole bunch of other stuff too, like this. In these images, there's some people in there that look like just walk across. So proportional and dimensional perceptions are really interesting in this, really interesting in regards to this type of organic and artificial type universe. Anybody say, well, those are fake. Well, there's a phone cord hanging from the freaking sky. So that's how I know it's pretty real. And I've got a telescope. I just don't use it as often as I should. Yeah. And I actually have the thing pointed down, which is probably bad luck. Could you hold on a second? like dude, yeah, hello, anyway, something really interesting. If there's some sort of entity like that that's involved in your survival, let's say some entity or some creation. It's not God, so get over it. I went to my neighbors sitting there saying, "Hey, you just disproved the theory of God." Like, no, I didn't disprove God. I went to the doctor a couple months ago and got some antibiotics. And I sat there and I took my antibiotics and I still believe in God. So obviously it's not the case here. Yeah, for sustaining life, for medicinal value, the case would be. Like no, I just completely lost my train of thought. Right. Let's say, for example, like many sentient species are into camouflaging themselves. Like they'll sit there, they have color changing skin, mostly reptile, or they prefer a specific type of food, right? So this is part of the telemetry process within this system, this network, and it will compensate and it'll go ahead and accommodate that particular piece of telemetry. You're thinking of human beings being the only organism affected in such a manner in order to achieve telemetry. Well, if that was the case, there would only be human beings in the universe. And it's not the case. There's multiple species, and it's a symbiotic environmental relationship, and it's an environment that's catered towards successful existence of humans or other species, depending on what mood these guys are in. I'm not quite sure why these people want to create superhumans. There is a chance. There's a minute chance that it's a flirtation by several different entities. Then again, so is a nuclear bomb, and we all know what that does. Yeah, right. Instinct incorporation into telemetry stream, the cyclic telemetry stream, and as well as healing and medicine. The most basic medicine is a better opportunity for the organisms within a specific region. In this case, it's a galaxy, to survive and thrive, and be able to go out into the universe and create more life. And at the same time, this particular entity, this particular being, is assuring their own reproduction via the means by which they design planets, which is also part of the planet's natural capacity to sustain life, which is kind of neat. And reproduction, like I mentioned to you before, and providing provisions. And information, because you never know. Maybe sometimes we should look into the universe and wonder what it's trying to tell us. Look into the galaxy, because it's having a conversation with us. And in our busy schedule and our time, when we're just just so caught up in what we're doing, maybe it's a good idea to just stop for a minute, smell the other roses. Because we have the roses in our yard and you have the roses out there. You never know. And the reason I'm pointing this out with the nanotech is because I'm hoping because we are entering this. We are still in the infancy of this, but it's far older than some Lamborghinis. You know, it's far older than most technology that we have today, and hopefully could broaden our understanding of it before we. No, you know, I don't think. I'm sure there's mistakes can be made with it. I'm sure there's a ton of mistakes we can be made with it. I don't recommend having this stuff run loose, but that's just me. Malfunctions can take place. I know I have problems with my Android. One day, if by chance people do make that mistake, be reminded that you've had a child once you've done that. So enjoy the rambunctious kid. Uh, Rambunctious out of control kid. Oh yeah. Besides these ice, a couple of other things too. Besides these ice lenses, there's also sinkholes, which can also be happening from these funky little hits. It may not be as bad, but if it's a sinkhole that's based on a light emitting source from the other side of the planet, it would be tampered. Oh, wah, wah, wah. All you have to do is sit there and take the angle and calculate it downward and be able to calculate that this angle here, this distance here, and this angle in order to find out where the problem's coming from, which I'm sure they're aware of, and I'm probably getting laughed at right about now. So with that going on, peace and love, and stay alive. Love you guys. Love all of you.